Alpine's Hemp Company. Gummies, seltzers, syrups, and more. Treat yourself to the best.
Good evening and welcome into the Thursday, November 6th edition of the WHKY News. I'm Rob Eastwood. Topping our news today, a tragic story from the Caldwell County town of Hudson. A Morganton man is charged in a case in which a child was assaulted. That child has since passed away. 22-year-old Thomas Lee Bryant was arrested Tuesday by Hudson police officers. He's charged with felony child abuse inflicting serious injury. On Tuesday, Hudson police officers responded to a residence on Hickman Avenue where an assault involving a 4-year-old child took place. Upon arrival, officers determined the juvenile had sustained serious injuries allegedly inflicted by an adult male who had been entrusted with babysitting the child. The victim was initially transported to a local hospital, then later transferred to a regional trauma center. The suspect, Bryant, was arrested and charged. He was placed in the Caldwell County Detention Center under $750,000 secured bond. This morning at approximately 2:30, the 4-year-old victim passed away from his injuries. The investigation remains active. Additional charges are pending as detectives continue to gather evidence. If you have information on this case, call the Hudson Police Department at 828-728-5021. A Lenoir man was killed in a crash that involved a tractor trailer earlier today. The deceased is 33-year-old Ryan Michael Calloway. According to Lenoir police, at approximately 9 a.m. today, officers were dispatched to a motor vehicle crash involving a passenger car and tractor trailer. The crash occurred in the southbound lanes along the 2000 block of U.S. Highway 321. The initial investigation into the crash indicates that a 2014 Honda Civic passenger vehicle was traveling south when it crashed into the rear of an unoccupied tractor trailer. The semi-truck was parked in the right travel lane as the driver was outside of the truck getting directions or information at a nearby business. As a result of the crash, the driver of the Honda, Ryan Michael Calloway, passed away from his injuries and was pronounced deceased at the scene by emergency personnel. The roadway was temporarily closed for approximately 2.5 hours while officers processed the scene. The Lenoir Police Department is continuing its investigation into this incident. If you have any information regarding this or any other crime, you're asked to contact the City of Lenoir Police Department at 828-757-2100 or Lenoir Caldwell County Crime Stoppers. The anonymous tip line is 828-758-8300. Our condolences to the family of Mr. Calloway. 2 men have been charged with multiple crimes in connection to a disturbance at a business in Catawba County. Ariana Mack reports.
2 suspects were charged with robbery and kidnapping in connection to a disturbance at a Sherrills Ford business. 26-year-old Eric Taylor Anderson of Sherrills Ford and 57-year-old Scott Eric Anderson of Mooresville were both arrested by Catawba County Sheriff's officers. Eric Anderson is charged with shooting into an occupied property, robbery with a dangerous weapon, second-degree kidnapping, conspiracy to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon, and assault by pointing a gun. Scott Anderson is charged with robbery with a dangerous weapon, second-degree kidnapping, and conspiracy to commit robbery with a dangerous weapon. On Wednesday, October 29, 2025, deputies with the Catawba County Sheriff's Office responded to Highway Tire in Sherrills Ford regarding a report of a disturbance involving multiple individuals, one reportedly armed with a firearm. Deputies determined that an alleged dispute occurred at this business between employees and a vendor. During the incident, these 2 employees allegedly assaulted the vendor and discharged a firearm into the delivery vehicle. During this incident, these 2 employees are alleged to have taken property belonging to the vendor. They also reportedly prevented him from leaving. Eric Anderson was issued $200,000 secured bond. Scott Anderson received a $75,000 secured bond. Both suspects are scheduled to appear in Catawba County District Court on November 25th. Reporting for WHKY, I'm Ariana Mack.
Thanks, Ariana. The Catawba County Board of Commissioners met this week in regular session. Commissioners held a public hearing to adopt a resolution revising the boundaries of 5 existing fire service districts to align with the newly established county line. In June of this year, the North Carolina General Assembly implemented a new county boundary between Catawba and Lincoln counties. This new boundary line resulted in some properties moving between the two counties. Since this time, both county governments have been working to transition services as appropriate. The county line change has triggered the need to formally adjust fire service district boundaries in Bandy's, Cooksville, Maiden, Probst, and Sherrills Ford. You can get more details on the meeting at WHKY.com. Next Thursday, November 13th, 5th Avenue Northeast in Hickory will be closed from North Center Street to 1st Street Northeast for a crane lift operation. The closure will start at 7 a.m. and should be finished by 3 p.m. the same day. A detour route will be established and clearly marked. Officials urge drivers to slow down and exercise caution when traveling through this area next Thursday. WHKY's David Cedrone joins us now with details on a safety initiative proposed by the state's Attorney General.
All right, thanks, Rob Eastwood. North Carolina's Attorney General Jeff Jackson is teaming up with nearly 40 other attorney generals, asking Congress to step in and clear up what they call a dangerous loophole in the law around hemp products. Attorney General Jeff Jackson says parents across North Carolina are worried, and for good reason. Right now, hemp-based THC products, some even stronger than marijuana, can be sold in gas stations and convenience stores with little regulation. Since the 2018 Farm Bill legalized hemp, sellers have taken advantage of a gray area in the law, flooding the market with things like Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC. These products often don't have age limits, safety standards, or proper labels, and they're sometimes packaged to appeal kids. Jackson says that they got to change and is quoted saying it's too easy for kids to walk into a gas station and buy products that's unregulated and that could be really harmful. We need Congress to step up and keep our kids safe. He's joined by attorney generals from 38 states and territories, pushing Congress to tighten up the rules in the next Farm Bill or federal budget talks. Jackson says it's about protecting kids and giving parents peace of mind, making sure these THC products don't end up in the wrong hands. I'm David Cedrone, WHKY News.
Thanks, David. In today's crime report, details on arrests in a pair of cases, one from Catawba County, the other from Burke County. In local sports, Jason Savage has details on the end of the regular season for Lenore-Rhine soccer squads. In Community Focus, we'll have a report from the Hickory Library on upcoming events. We are on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 p.m. on channel 14.2 and now live at 5:30 on the WHKY YouTube channel and 10 o'clock on the WHKY Facebook page. We're also in multiple cable systems, including Compass in Morganton. I'm Rob Eastwood, and this is the WHKY News.